You introduce.
Me introduce?
Yeah. This is well, here, I'll do the quick introduction here. There is very few single points to be made in this hangout. There will be a lot of individual points made. That's why I called it Just Because too. Yeah, hold on one second. I gotta grab a soda. Hold on.
Well, while he's grabbing a soda, I can take over the channel for a minute now. Well, hi, Gio. I think you're the only one watching right now besides me.
Can't hear anything.
Yeah, but you're not actually watching it.
Was? Geostrebe.
Rocket Man!
All right, hold on a second here. I'll close the blind here. Now,
Hello.
let me tell you something about making theories. Anthony Riley seems to be of the opinion that if another question exists, that invalidates the facts that already exist. Okay. Now, please understand that what I'm about to do here is going to be somewhat insulting, but it's not actually going to be meant to be an insult, yet it shows the possibility of creating a theory based on facts which are pretty much irrelevant. Okay? I could sit here right now and with facts in hand, I could create a theory that Anthony Riley is a female. Okay. Now, of course, I'm not saying that he is, and please, like I said, keep this all in context here. But I could logically make a theory based on facts that Anthony Riley is a female. Okay. Now, according to a flat earther, creating such a theory completely invalidates whatever the facts might be. Okay. The existence of a question, according to a flat earther, means that the original facts are no longer facts anymore because I have a question. And if I refuse to accept the answers to that question is still open and the facts are still invalid. You follow me?
Yeah, Gio's bringing up a point, but it's invalidated because this is the way the flat earth works. It's not a hypothesis, it's automatically a theory.
Well, yeah, but I'm about to give you a theory. Okay, theory based on facts. Okay, now follow me along on this because I was thinking about this when I was eating lunch. What do you call it? Now, first of all, you cannot deny that even for an Englishman, he has a somewhat feminine voice. What do you call it? So that would be the first hint to lead somebody down the rabbit hole to actually research this theory. Now, second of all, he has no children. Okay. Now, that could mean one of two things. Either A, well, it could mean one of three things. Either A, he doesn't want children. B, he's actually female. Or C, he has no penis. Now, any of those possibilities could be true, but we will just go with the easiest one, and that is that he's actually female. And then he has actually shown to all of us that he possesses a large purple dildo. Okay. A large purple dildo, which is also known by his partner because his partner handed it to him in a video. Okay.
And just to add to that, he constantly says partner. He never says girlfriend, never says wife.
Yeah. Well,
it's
yeah.
and it's his business partner.
And what's funny is that most, I won't say all the time, but it is commonly referred to in a same-sex situation that partner is your significant other and stuff like that. They tend to say partner as opposed to my girlfriend, my boyfriend, my fiance, whatever. So all of those things, based on all of those facts, I could 100% come to the assumption that Anthony Riley is a female. Now, of course, he could turn around and show me a picture of his penis, which I don't want to see. But then I could say, well, plastic surgery can do that. Or I could say that the it's not his, or it was photoshopped, or anything like that.
CGI.
CGI. I don't know who would go through the trouble, but what do you call it? But so I could actually make that theory, and therefore regardless of anything that Anthony Riley has to say to me, I could just discount it as, well, because I have presented these facts, you haven't told me any logical reason why these facts aren't valid. So therefore, yeah. So therefore, by default, I'm right. Make sense?
Yeah. I'm just watching the chat.
Now that's what I love about Flat Earth, is they could just come up with whatever the hell they want, and it be true, or they can claim it as true is the better way to say that. Whereas it requires no basis in reality. I just gave you stuff that was actually based in reality, and because of that, I made the very simple hypothesis that he's female. So, just because a question exists, just because you are unable to comprehend something, just because you are unable to grasp a higher level concept, even concepts that me myself, that maybe I don't even grasp it. Okay, I'm a big boy. I tell you when I don't know something, but I don't come up with some wild, crazy ass shit to explain it. Okay, and so it's, hey, Mohammed, assalamu alaikum.
On the upside, he did do a really good truffle shuffle on my video.
That part is true. Oh, by the way, can I out this about the ending, man?
Yeah, go ahead.
Sean comes up to me the other day and he's like, dude, you'll never guess what Riley wants to do for a video of mine. He says he wants to shred on this song that he is remaking in MIDI because they both like the same band and all this. And he showed me the clips. I came up with the idea to put that big purple dong in his hand.
Oh, no. I can show you the conversation on that. I had that idea.
Well, I was actually trying to
you had the idea of doing a little spurt at the end.
Well,
which was absolute gold.
Now hold on a second, homie. You didn't even know about the spurt at the end until I sent you that shit.
Well, like I said, you had the entire idea for the spurt at the end, and it was absolute gold. I loved it.
And by the way, I can now say that a video with Anthony Riley has my emblem in it. If you look in the top right behind his head, you will see my emblem on one of his album covers. So anyway, thank you, PowerPoint. But let me throw this out there. This is going to be funny. Just a few minutes ago, in a back and forth below that same video posted by Sean, Anthony Riley finally succumbed to the fact that I did not make a video about an airplane flying sideways. He finally admitted it. And he admitted it in such a way to say that he was wrong the whole time. Okay, do you remember Quickie 3 when I was talking about planes flying east and west, north and south and stuff?
Yeah.
Okay, there was the little graphic, which was a bitch and a half to try and figure out exactly how I was going to do that, where first the plane flies to the left, then the plane flies to the right, and then the plane, while the Earth is rotating, the plane is flying at you, or excuse me, pointing at you, because PowerPoint doesn't exactly let you do a lot of the crazy stuff you want to do with it. And what do you call it? And this is, and I quote here. I'll even let me hold on. Let me go like this, and then I'll go over to here. Okay, because anybody who has seen the back and forth between me and Riley, he's had two chief complaints for like months. Number one, everybody knows, the blue line. Okay. And number two is he keeps on saying that, you know, and he even said it live in Patricia's Hangout that I was stupid for, or some kind of insanity about the fact that that I was drawing, that I was claiming that an airplane was flying sideways. Okay. And if anybody wants to know where that is, on his interview with Patricia, let me see, where is it? I have the timestamp written down here. Where is it? Where did it go? I got so okay. At about the 25-minute mark of his interview, it said that the only words he really lost over me was the fact that I made a video of an airplane flying sideways. Now, here's the joke. I went to depth, present to everyone. Okay, I went to depth real quick. Where's this is below Sean's video under Patricia's started thread. What do you call it? He wrote just out of nowhere, no plane has ever flown the way you showed it. Ever. Okay, some kind of childish whatever like that. So I was like, all right, let's do this, right? So I said, okay, Riley, I so love that complaint from you. I continue to ask you where you where I showed a plane flying sideways because I want your explanation of why you think I would show something so absurd. Since you repeatedly fail to provide such an explanation, it identifies your comprehension skills. Pay attention. In Quickie 3, from the 4-minute 23 mark, the display showing the Earth rotating from west to east, hence the west to east displayed at the bottom, is to portray as if the observer is not rotating with the Earth. The land is the rugged gray on the bottom. In order to show the atmosphere moving with the rotation, I made it striped, just for visual purposes. First, I show a plane going from east to west, as described. Then I show a plane flying from west to east, as described. Then I show a plane flying from north to south, as described. The plane you seem to think that is flying sideways is not. It is synchronized with the rotation of the Earth while flying from the north towards the observer. If you look out the window of your car while passing a four-way intersection, if a car were approaching the intersection from the crossroad while you drove by, it would look the same without looking like it was driving sideways. Okay. This was his answer. You are in the right place. At the 5-minute mark, it clearly shows a plane flying sideways like a crab. You label it, here we go, you label it as flying north to south. Okay, which means he read the shit. Okay, he actually read it. So he knew what it was displaying. But here's where he goes on. But if you think about it, it should have been shown small and getting bigger as it heads from the north to the south. But as you ball earthers can't perspective, as if I were saying it was remaining the same size, I can understand why you fucked this bit up, he says. Honest, man, the best part of this was the music. And so that's his thing. He didn't like the fact that the plane didn't go from small to large. Well, I'm sorry, when it comes to combination animations inside of PowerPoint, it doesn't let you do that. You kind of grasp the concept of what's being shown to you. So, and oh man, and Patricia said in her interview and stuff like that, I get so angry when they try and hide the truth. I mean, she actually cringed when she did that. She went, I get so angry when they try and hide the truth. Well, I'm sorry, man. But we're supposed to be all civil and cordial and benign. You know how many names I've been called? I've even had people threaten me.
Yep, been there.
Okay, all the way back, and this was at the same time Terman got threatened as well, and he backed off for a little while because he wasn't having it, and all this. I made my $5,000 bet video because of the fact that I got threatened. Okay, and what do you call it? And I was not. And I was not. I wasn't playing. Okay, I wasn't playing no more. There was a dude on one of what's his name, Daniel Pratt's chats, claiming that he was going to actually burn me and my family down in our house. Now, like I said, later on, it was revealed that he thought my name was Scott, and he thought I lived in Kentucky, and my worries were relieved a little bit. But at the same time, really, Okay. I mean, seriously, that's just like, so, and people wonder why we don't put our faces up. Now, Sean, hey, more power to you. You put your face up on this stuff. But I've been around information technology long enough to know how easily it can be manipulated and how people's, how should I say this? Well, how people can just be put in danger in general for doing that. And I'm sorry, I'm just not that, I'm not that keen on that. And so it's just, oh God. Oh wait, hold on a second. Everett just wrote back. What did he say? He was saying that you really know that the Earth is flat, and you're just lying about there being curvature. He and his buddy Hillbilly have both determined that you are a liar because, like Soundly, when it comes to debunking you, that's all they got. Yeah. Thanks, Everett. Yeah, apparently he was in a little hangout with the new and improved Hillbilly. And
yeah.
I don't think there's much new and improved going on there, but
no, he just learned how to hide folders.
Yeah.
That's the only thing new and improved. He learned how to hide his folders.
He made it so you can't focus on his desktop.
Yeah.
But, what do you call it? No, and Hillbilly's still singing the same old songs. I stopped the earth and what do you call it? And then this was funny. Now, hold in your laughter. He said that why didn't I invite Jaron to the hangout that I had the other day?
Jaron wouldn't join a hangout with you.
No, he wouldn't. He doesn't even respond to my shit.
Right.
Okay. Ever since he called me being in league with and worshiping and honoring pedophiles, and I called him on that. He hasn't mentioned my name at all. But the funny part is he dropped that video ever since he got debunked by Wolfie, because Wolfie's name was in that. And by the way, he called Wolfie he was one of the people who worships and worships and adores, that was the words, pedophiles and baby-eating demons. So whatever.
Actually, I know he's taken down a lot of videos in the last couple of weeks, but I didn't know that was one of them.
Well, here's the problem with being popular though. People mirror his shit.
No, they didn't mirror the one video I really wish they would have mirrored.
Oh, you'd probably be shocked, because I think there's one page out there that I think is actually him saving his stuff off to the side to see if it gets traction. If you understand what I mean by that.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Because I found, hold on a second here. Let me see if I can scroll through here real quick and see if I can find this. Because I found that video.
We'll see if it's on that page about 2 to 3 months ago where he talks about pie. Because that's one of the videos he deleted as soon as within an hour of my parody going up. He deleted that video. Okay,
hold on a second here. Let me I got to scroll a little bit back here because I watched it once so I could record it, because he dropped it as at the same time that he was acknowledging Wolfie as showing him that that he was wrong about the mount that he was using or whatever. Hold on a second here. No, that's some other idiot.
Pi is in PI. He used to have a video that said 3.14 is wrong.
Mm-hmm. Hold on a second here.
I did not download that one, unfortunately, and that was part of the song. Now he's saying that I'm building a straw man, but within an hour of my parody going up, he deleted that video. Right.
And guys, to any flat earthers who might listen to this, and I know flat earthers actually don't listen to my shit, so I don't care. There it is. If you produce something and then you go back on it, it doesn't mean you didn't produce it.
Right.
So now, how long ago okay, these are not the same dates as the ones that he had. Do you recall what it was actually called?
I just remember the thumbnail was "Pi is wrong." Wrong was in big, bold, red, gigantic letters.
Okay, hold on.
But I don't remember the title of the video. But it was about 40 minutes long. You know, it was one of his little super long rants, and he talked about how the 3.14 is wrong, and then he goes through all this convoluted math and comes up with 0.318, which is the reciprocal of pi, but that's not how he was presenting it.
Right. No, I don't see pi as wrong on here, and this is what makes me think that it's him. When you mirror a video, right? You know, when you do one of those downloads and stuff like that, you don't get the thumbnail.
Right.
You just get the video. This has actually got all the thumbnails as well, as they were originally produced.
Really?
So either you got somebody who's really creative. I'm not going to completely close that out, but either you got somebody who's really creative and knows how to, look up on Google Images the actual video number to get the thumbnail, because you can do that. I've done it enough times. You don't, if you're just going to mirror it, you don't get that. And these are labeled as uploads.
If I can address Squeaker Alpha, 0.318 is very inaccurate, but if you take it down to 0.31830,989, it's actually pretty spot on.
Here, I just sent you a link in the side there. I'm not presenting this on purpose because I don't want to scare this off, whatever it is, and it might be one of many. So I don't know. But on there is
what a name.
You see what I'm saying? And what do you call it? But the name of it, and it seems to be half the stuff that's on here is not on his shit anymore.
Oh, there's the video for you, Daza, and Wolfie.
Yeah, that's the one where he was calling us worshipers of baby eating demons.
Mm-hmm.
And but like I said, you see what I'm saying? That's you recognize that right off the top because of the fact of what the thumbnail looked like. So this is, either a really creative mirror, and it's got like no views. It's not being promoted by anybody.
Hilo might have found the video. He's gonna check it out and see if it is or not.
Yeah, because that's the beautiful part, man. Is that
no? It's not. It's not a debate, Hilo. It's an actual produced video by Jaren. One I'm thinking of.
Pi is wrong. Jarenism.
I've already searched everything that it's non-existent anymore. I searched for pi is wrong. I've searched for pi 0.318. I've searched for pi is wrong. I just searched for Jarenism pi. Nothing.
Pi equals 4 explained.
That was from probably Awake Souls, and he thought pi was 4. And that's where Gypsy Girl got her information from, and I just made her quit YouTube over it.
Yeah. BZ True Talk. Jarenism is totally bullshit.
Yeah.
Well, True Talk, that was a pretty creative title you got there.
Yeah, it's not in this list.
Well, it says there's 243 results. But, I mean, that's what I was saying, though, is that, if you're that popular, people are going to mirror your shit. Kind of like people mirror Dr. Zach's shit and then they drop it when they realize it's fucked up.
Yeah, if I could remember the actual video title, it'd be easy to find. But I've only watched it like twice.
Who's this? Squared Earth Theorist. This is an absolute debunk that exposed Jarenism, Dearth, Dr. Zach, Flat Earth, Cool 900. I don't know who that is. I've actually been thinking about doing a couple of videos called OPP, Other People's Proof.
Yeah.
Because unfortunately I don't have liquid butane like Dang Joss does, which is pissing me off. I don't have a gyro. I could build one, but that would be a horrible undertaking. Let's see, who is this?
Dang Joss, he asked, how could you possibly think it's 4? It's kind of a mashup between two things that happened in the past, back in like 1897. there was the Indiana Pi bill that was nicknamed the Indiana Pi bill. It was actually trying to, this one mathematician was trying to square the circle, and he redefined pi as 3.2. I'm not sure where they came up with 4 at, but that's where they came up with 4 somehow, and they put it on the internet like pi equals 4, and they kept referring to the Indiana Pi bill. And yeah, that was a big old, I actually talk about it in, what was it? Flat Earth Research Wins Part 2, or is it 3? I think it was 3.
Let's see, what else I got here? Yeah, it really would help that if you knew that what the thing was,
the title.
What the title was. Yeah.
Well, that's the thing, Dang Joss. They don't actually test anything. They just hop on whatever the leaders say, and they preach it like it's gospel truth.
Hey, wait a minute. When would this have come out? Oh wait, no, that was I wouldn't have taken a picture of his. I would have taken a screenshot of Globebusters. Never mind. Because sometimes when a video comes out and I come out to debunk it, I'll take a screenshot of the channel that the uploads, so that I can see if it was removed later.
Yeah.
But when it came to the Dr. Zach thing, it wasn't Jeranism that did it. It was Globebusters that mirrored his shit. So that would have been screenshot of Globebusters.
Yeah, I still got to get around to doing the whole accelerometer gyro thing that Jaron thinks that all cell phones and smart devices have gyros, and the accelerometers don't do anything for the bubble levels.
Oh yeah.
Well, seeing how I've got, my cell phone doesn't have a gyro in it. It's just got accelerometers. My 2 pads have accelerometers and no gyros. My daughter's phone has a gyro in it because she's got an iPhone. But the bubble levels seem to work in every single device.
Hey, what's up, John? Hold on a second. John Mickelson. Michelson. Did you catch what the other guy was saying? What the hell is his name? Hold on. What the other dude was saying when it came to this guy, CPT Hilton, was saying. John Michelson, he came out with he made a post in one of my threads. It was a whole list of debunks, or excuse me, of proof of the globe Earth. And I had made a joke, and I said I don't see. I'm gonna have to delete this multi-link thread because it doesn't have any of my stuff in it. It's just being a little snot like this. And this CPT Hilton dude gets in there and says, well, go ahead, delete it then. Go ahead and delete it, like that, as if I was talking about deleting his threads or his posts. He took it all about him. And I was like, dude, and I had to tell him like 3 times, dude, it had nothing to do with you, That shit was funny. Let's see. No, a couple of quotes out of that thing, though, out of that hangout. I thought was really funny. The hangout, the interview from Patricia Spears, or Steer, whatever, and Anthony Riley. Anthony Riley says just because the math works out doesn't prove anything. It just proves that the math works out. I thought that was funny. According to Anthony Riley, the Polaris, stars in general, they work the angles and stuff like that. They work both in perspective and the globe the same way. Okay.
Oh my god!
I thought that shit was great.
Just have him explain how every degree that Polaris goes down towards the horizon is always about 69 miles.
Mm-hmm.
And have him do the geometry on that.
Well, here hold on. I'm not done yet. What do you call it? Anthony decided, after getting a compliment from Patricia about his new haircut, Anthony got decided that he was going to improve his image by spending a couple of quid on a good microphone and a good camera, and then setting up his background, inspired by Patricia Patricia, and then right after saying that, his camera went out and his mic didn't work.
Well, that's because the idiot unplugged the microphone.
Well, that was him trying to fix it. I saw that. I'll give him points for that. He was trying to reset it.
Well, no, he was roboting, so he unplugged his mic. Which, when you remove the device,
yeah,
the Google Hangout no longer recognizes it until you restart the Hangout, and it took him like 3 minutes to figure that out.
No. And there must have been about 6 or 7 times throughout the entire Hangout where she's like, "I'm hearing the echo. I'm hearing the echo." So I'm like, well, let that be proof that good equipment in the hands of an idiot is no longer good equipment. It's just good equipment in the hands of an idiot, and it will not work. It will not make you any smarter. So if a dumbass got a P900 and doesn't know how to use it, that he started talking about Metabunk and how he was, how what was it? What's the term they use on Metabunk about refraction? Standard refraction. Excuse me. He was saying standard refraction doesn't work. It doesn't happen and stuff like that. But yet he went to great lengths to explain about the humid climate in England, which I agree. As I understand, it's quite humid over there. At least I know it rains a lot. And he went to great lengths to explain that, and how he was able to get better shots at night when it's cooler, when the atmosphere is not doing different things than it is during the day. But then he says that refraction doesn't happen.
But the funny thing is, with the colder air, it's got a higher refraction index.
Yeah. And he still, to this day, has not explained where the hell Blackpool went in his pictures. He said something about the tide. Well, the only way that the tide would have gotten in the way if he wasn't actually under the water is if the earth was curved. So, oh God, hold on a second here. Does not know why. Oh yeah, he says that science doesn't know why the pyramids were built. Let's see. I don't understand the relevance of that, but it's just kind of funny. Oh, he said he watched the Eric Dubé 200 proofs, and he said he was going to give it a listen. He said this was in the preliminary times before he was actually considered a flat earther and stuff like that. He just wanted to know what they were talking about. We all kind of stumbled into this the same way. And he said, well, of these 200 proofs, only one of them's got to be right. Those were his words. Only one of them's got to be right.
Oh my God.
No, a lot of them have to be right. I sat down. I have a friend of mine who's a criminal investigator.
Here's a term that Anthony still needs to learn: preponderance of evidence.
Exactly. But here. I was sitting down talking with a guy, and we were trying to come up with a theory of how an innocent person could be actually legally, by all rights, put in jail. Right? And it was, we just decided we were going to have a thought experiment on that. And this guy actually does work in criminal prosecution, right? And he was like, how does that work? How would it be possible? Because there was a big story about a guy who was happily let out of jail and was put away innocently. And he fought himself out, and the story was just beautiful. And what we had figured out is, if you need to look at facts as the bristles in a hairbrush. Okay, now now I had actually done it with him with pegs on a pie, but we'll just do the bristles on a hairbrush for once. If you have one of those plastic style hairbrushes where the bristles kind of go in rows, right? There's only one direction that you're going to see it end to end through the bristles. Okay, that's called lining up your facts. There's only one way that that'll go. Now, the problem is that you can turn the brush, you can rotate the brush in front of your eyes, and there will be one or two times where a bunch of those bristles or facts will line up. But that doesn't give you the view all the way down the brush. Okay? Since we are talking about the Earth, okay, something that we all agree at least exists, well, most of us do, there are going to be times where the things that we say and use as a reference or even as proof are going to match. They are going to be almost pretty much identical. I originally tried to find so many ways to describe gravity and boats and balloons without using the words density and buoyancy. The thing is that density and buoyancy exist, but they are not the answer. They are parts of it. They are bricks in that building. Okay. And so that became the hardest part about all this, is how to accept, well, see, now a rational human being will say, yes, well, there's going to be parts of the discussion that match and stuff like that, but that's only part of the story. A flat earther will say, the moment that you use one of those words, they're right. Now I'm pretty sure that you've gone into that a couple of times, Sean, where somebody has said, especially in the that you always find it in the gravity debate. And what do you call it? Yes, Dr. Tyson did say, we know what gravity is, or we know that gravity exists, and we can measure it, we can use it, we can utilize it. We just don't know what it is.
Right.
Okay. That part was said. Okay. And that is a logical and humble standpoint to take as an astrophysicist. Okay. The only thing that's still open to theory on gravity is its generation. What is the actual motor that generates gravity? Now, somebody's going to say, Sly said that there's a motor that generates gravity. No. In other words, what is the actual thing that makes gravity happen? We know that a larger a mass is, the stronger the pull of gravity is on it and stuff like that. Yes, Cavendish did show it. Yes, we can measure it. Yes, we know how fast it goes. We just don't know at what point at the atomic level that it is generated. That's all. That's the only part that's in theory. But at the moment you say that, that there's a theory of gravity, then, oh, well, see, then gravity's not real. It's just a theory. No, it's just its generation. That's all. So, oh, man. Go back and forth on all this shit. This is crazy. Hold on a second. I have to hold on. I got to play this one out loud. This was something that Anthony said in the, where is it? Here it is. At 22 minutes 20. Now, Sean, I know you watched the hangout that I was involved in with Anthony about the planisphere.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, hold on. Let me make sure I'm queued up right here. Okay.
No sound.
Yeah, I know. Hold on. Okay. Let me go ahead and switch over to this. Okay. Now, what he's describing here was he went into he got pulled into a hangout, and he didn't realize that it was Red and everybody and stuff like that. And because he had made a comment and they invited him into the hangout, he didn't realize that he was going to be put on the spot about answering questions as a flat earther. All well and good. Now,
he was well aware of what the hang was about.
Well, no, but he's claiming that he didn't know that he was actually going to be grilled about it. But check this out, right? there's something he says towards the end of it here. If you can mute yourself for a second so we don't get an echo. Thank you.
To back up any of my assertions, and obviously Red's demanded that, and he's absolutely right. If you go in there making assertions, or even if you don't go in there to make assertions, even if you make assertions generally and you don't have evidence to back it up, then you're kind of leaving yourself open for a massive attack.
Bam. Let me replay that one more time. I don't know if anybody heard it because my mic was a little low there. Hold on a second.
But I didn't have any of the evidence to back up any of my assertions, and obviously Red's demanded that, and he's absolutely right. If you go in there making assertions, or even if you don't go in there to make assertions, even if you make assertions generally and you don't have evidence to back it up, then you're kind of leaving yourself open for a massive attack. So in the one hand,
okay. So now we'll drop this back off of speaker. You can come back on, Sean.
Now there you go.
Now, he has gone back and forth with me at least 30 times now. Riley has. He has gone back and forth with me about the planisphere video, right? He won't let it go. You gotta go watch the video. Go watch the video and stuff like that. And I keep on telling him, I'm like, dude, if you don't know the material, I'm not gonna have the discussion with you. I'm just not gonna. And he doesn't seem to get that. And then he keeps on throwing around, well, you need to pay attention to the message and not the messenger and stuff like that. No. As he just said right there, okay, Anthony just said right there, if you don't have the evidence to back up your assertions, then you're going to get hammered. Guess what? I was trying to get him to back up his assertions, and all he could say was,
go watch this video.
You know?
I don't know what it means. Just go watch the video.
Yeah, I can't explain it. The sun's on the planisphere somewhere, but, go watch the video. Oh, and by the way, I said this in the last hangout. Even Octanus, the constellation, not the single star Sigma Octanus isn't even on the northern hemisphere planisphere. So shut up, Anthony. Really, shut up.
Well, to do one minor correction of that, Sly, you can actually buy two different plates for a planisphere.
I totally agree.
The primary plate that actually has the stars on it.
Mm-hmm.
There is the single-sided plate, which actually is just an AE map of the entire celestial sphere.
Mm-hmm.
Or you can get the one that's double-sided, where you can flip it over and see the northern hemisphere or the southern hemisphere.
Totally agree.
So, just a minor correction there. You weren't wrong. It's just there is the option to get the full stars.
What I'm saying, the reason why I'm agreeing with you is because obviously you're right. There are those things. But the thing is that the planisphere that they were using
was a double-sided.
The one that he was proposing, and the one that JC or whatever his name is, was using in his video, is a northern hemisphere 51-degree planisphere, which does not have the constellation Octanus on it. Right. Doesn't even have it on it. And so it's and he just goes back and forth on this shit, and it's like, oh my God, are you serious? But if he can't back it up, then what's the point in even having the discussion with him? I don't care about what microphone you have. I don't care about the background. Okay. I was debating Pratt when he was just, the background of his thing was his living room. Okay. I don't care. Oh, and by the way, if Daniel Pratt happens to hear this, just remember, buddy, before you start hammering on me, I was the only one when that hurricane was coming to really mess up your town. I was the only one in that chat that wished you well and safety. All the other FEs didn't care. Remember that. But anyway, sorry. That kind of pissed me off the other day, something that he had said in a video about a couple of weeks ago. But let's see. Yeah. He says, why is it, I think Anthony said this at the 25-minute mark, why is it a fight? Why isn't this a common search for for truth. Well, here's the thing. Let me tell you something about truth. Okay, truth is subjective. Truth is like beauty, eyes of the beholder, that type of thing. Fact doesn't give two shits about you to be fact. Okay, fact doesn't care about you. Okay, fact will be fact even if you weren't even on the planet. Okay, so it's not about this whole search for truth and who's hiding the truth, because the funny part is, if you knew what this supposed truth was, and this is also to Patricia, because Patricia has actually kept on going back and forth about truth. If you knew what truth was, then you wouldn't be making videos searching for it.
There you go.
Okay. Truth is subjective. So if you're trying to get people to search for truth, you're actually trying to get people to agree with your truth. Okay, I remember a commercial that was out not too long ago. It says, "I am Mother Nature. I don't need humanity, but humanity needs me." That's a statement of fact. Okay. No, nature, the natural world does not care about what your opinion of it is. Okay. The natural world doesn't care about Jesus and the Bible. Natural world doesn't care about who was right, Newton or Tesla. Okay. Natural world doesn't care about that. Okay. The natural world just lays out the facts. Okay. It's not going to make that mountain easier to climb just because you don't like a hard mountain to climb. Okay. That's just all it is. Oh, and by the way, there was somebody I don't remember which video it was in. Somebody wanted to tag me about why something about B.O.B. Well, guess what, people? B.O.B. I don't know if it's still going on right now, but B.O.B. is paid by the government to tour right now. Okay, he is touring for the United States Army right now, paid by the government. He was also invited to the White House under the Obama administration. Okay. So that means one of a couple of things for all the big government conspiracy theorists. Either A, government's not as smart as you think they might be. Okay, otherwise they wouldn't have, brought him in. B, or B, he doesn't believe the stuff that he's trying to spread, and therefore, it's not even something to be considered. Okay, that whole celebrity bullshit. I mean, oh my God, I don't care what celebrity said what. Okay, celebrities are dumbasses just like everybody else. They just get paid more money and they got a cool job. Probably get laid more than the rest of us. That's about it. Let's see. Let's see. Yeah, and then he said something at the 26-minute mark, and my answer to it is, I wrote down what my answer would be, and that is, if you call me a liar, then yeah, we're fighting. Okay. You want to call me wrong? Show me I'm wrong. Okay. You want to call me full of shit? Show me I'm full of shit. Okay. I can accept that full of shit is nothing more than a more colorful way of saying that I'm wrong. Okay. But when you call me a liar, then you got to back that up. Otherwise, I'm going to make you my buddy. Let's see. They never challenge when measuring the. No, I'm not even going to go into that. Let's see. Well, my handwriting sucks when I'm writing things down fast. Let's see. Oh, change in medium.
Oh yeah, I love that one.
Did you listen to him contradict himself on that?
Yep.
Let's talk about change in medium, shall we? You know what? I'm even going to get graphical here. We'll move this over here.
Just don't turn the camera on.
No, hold on a second here. Let me go ahead and open up a new PowerPoint. Let's talk about the difference between change in medium and the atmosphere. Now, he keeps on claiming that there is no change in medium in the atmosphere. Now, that's fine. The atmosphere remains the atmosphere. However, it's at different densities.
Well, what they keep leaving out, and they actually mentioned the first time it got brought up with Mr. Thrive and Survive in his hangout, was in Thrive and Survive actually even used the words isotropic medium. There must be a change. An isotropic medium means it has all of the same properties in all directions.
Okay. So, is he claiming that's the atmosphere?
That's what he's claiming is the atmosphere.
Well, tell that to the people who climb Everest.
Exactly. It's not it's a constant change in isotropic mediums. For literally every millimeter you go up, the air density lowers.
You know what that is? That's an answer to remember when I busted him out for saying air pressure caused the water to find its level? Remember when I busted him out on that and all this because he decided he was going to be a smart ass and answer one of my my videos? Well, the funny part is that I couldn't. Well, I answered him, but of course he didn't respond. And so he has to say that the atmosphere remains the same all the way up. Otherwise, he has to succumb to the fact that water should then be flowing uphill.
Right.
And lakes and streams, as we know them, would actually be gatherings of water on hilltops. Actually, they would be the hilltops. So, yeah, that's a load of shit. But here, check this out. I'm going to make, let's see, we're going to make this one dark blue. Oops, I'm doing the line, dumbass. Dark blue. And then, no, I did the line again. Stop that. And that blue, and then we'll go for an even lighter blue. Okay, these are to obviously display varying densities of atmosphere. Let me take the outline off of it. No outline. Okay. Well, I'm going to have to put an outline on that last one. Well, no, I'll just put a box on it. Now, he was saying, Anthony was saying that there is no change in medium in the well, actually he said both things. He said there's no medium change in the atmosphere, so therefore what he said, lensing couldn't take place or something like that. And but then at the same time he says he's not 100% sure, but he kind of he's kind of on board with the glass lens in the sky.
Which would require a change in medium.
Which would require a change in medium.
Well, a change in isotropic medium. Got to be specific on that because they like to give out that
shit about the little words, man. But
it's not a little word. It's a very important word when it comes to the atmosphere.
Right. Now, let's say this is you. Okay. Now,
is that a Walmart joke?
No.
Okay, just checking. I'm tired of that smiley face.
One of the cornerstones of flat Earth claim, not flat Earth theory, flat Earth claim, is that because of the density of the atmosphere and perspective and lensing and refraction, because of all of those things, looking through more atmosphere, which is also the reason why you can only see so far per flat earthers, is because of the fact that the varying levels of density that which you have to of density in the atmosphere that you have to look through to see a distant object. Okay. Now, they are claiming that because you look through, well, let's do this first. Let's just say this is an object on the ground first. We won't go into the sun part. They say that because you are on the ground, the density of the atmosphere, you can only see to about here. That's why you can't see things at 500,000 miles away, or 500 to 1,000 miles away. Is because the density of the atmosphere limits the amount of vision that you have. However, the flat Earth explanation is if you gain in altitude. Now, this is what I meant before about some of the things that they say are going to be correct, just their conclusions are all assed up. Now, as you gain in altitude, because the air becomes thinner, you can see further because you're not looking through as much atmosphere. And that's also why you can see things at a greater distance on the ground. Now, that's the explanation of flat earthers. Okay? Without realizing that you're looking through from up here back down into the dense air. Therefore, the whole point is canceled. And and this is what's called, it wouldn't be a change in medium, or excuse me, not introducing a new medium, but it would be a change in the existing medium that you are looking through. Okay, meaning that if something was up here, you would look through less looking up here. Okay, and likewise here, you would look through a lot less. Okay, however, they claim that it disappears at this thing because you're looking through more. What the hell, man? You can't have it both ways.
Well, they want their cake and eat it too.
Yeah. Oh, and then they went into the moon thing. Oh my God, that was funny.
Yeah, and that's the challenge. I actually wanted to bet Anthony his channel against my channel on whether or not that was going to happen or not.
I think Patricia actually said that all the craters are perfectly round and are not oblong.
No, I was just talking about the Harvest Moon bullshit.
Oh, well, the Harvest Moon thing, yeah, that no model can show us how it works.
That's because
they don't have an explanation for it.
It's because no model claims that it does that.
Yeah.
Why would they have an explanation for something they don't claim happens?
And plus, it only gets 14% bigger on the best occasion. So
now, just to clarify that, it's 14%. The supermoon, when it's actually a true, full, can't get any closer supermoon, is 14% larger than the smallest the moon will ever appear.
Right.
Not the average size. It's 14% larger than the smallest moon possible when it's the farthest away. and Anthony's going on and on about how it's 8 to 10 times.
Yep. Justin out here said the earth isn't flat, it isn't round, it's a triangle.
It's a taco, dude.
It's a taco, yeah. Flat earth taco, buddy. By the way, he's making a joke. He's a good guy.
Yeah, I know. But it's still a taco.
Let's see. Nobody can prove gravity, he says. Just because you can make the cell phone.
He's got a cell phone. He's got a cell phone. He can prove gravity.
Yeah?
Yeah. All he's got to do is turn on an accelerometer monitor and start rotating his phone around a little bit.
But he won't consider that tangible evidence.
No, it's only in his hand.
That's not tangible. Only that dildo was. Oh.
Yeah, says, one of the comments I said about why is it that he's seen it last year about the Harvest Moon thing. I was like, well, because you have that purple dildo, you must have forgot to wash it, and everybody knows that if you ingest fecal matter, it causes hallucinations.
No, it's not fecal matter. It's vaginal. Okay,
no,
it's remember how I opened this up? He's actually a female.
You got to remember, it's got two sides to it. It's got that extra nub.
It got the nub, right? Yeah, somebody's getting the short end of the stick.
Yeah, he deep throated his dildo, is what it was.
according to Anthony, curve, axial rotation, and gravity cannot be proven.
Ring laser gyro. Every aircraft has them. They all calibrate while they're sitting on the tarmac, not moving.
Man, screw all that. Those are stuff that we're never gonna get one of those in our hands, man.
Jared, Globebusters can afford one.
Well, I'm sure they could. Doesn't mean they're gonna.
Yeah, well, of course not.
But no. First of all, the whole gyroscope thing. Gyroscopes and airplanes. They prove that the Earth's flat because, blah, blah, blah. Dude, every gyroscope, with the exception of the INS, okay, the inertial navigation system. Look it up. Okay, the every navigation navigation device, with the exception of the INS, only uses 2 out of the 3 axes of the gyro. Okay, the heading indicator and the artificial horizon. Okay, both of those have one gyro which is restricted. Okay, it is restricted by design. It's actually built to not go on that axis. Okay, look at the designs. Okay, I can do a graphic to show you how they work. That's not that difficult. Okay, but the heading indicator and the artificial horizon, both of them have one axis restricted. Now, the reason why flat earthers like to say that those devices actually prove that the Earth isn't round is because of the fact that they would have messed up by the time they got to wherever they were going, because they would have gone so far out of whack rotating around on all three axes. But that's not the case. Both of them only use one or two axes, excuse me, not all three. Okay, so they can drop that shit. As far as rotation, look here. There is, I know Jaron doesn't like the words Occam's razor, but if the simplest explanation is star trails and tracking the sun and tracking the moon and all those things, I'm sorry, that is axial rotation at its finest. Predictable movement at its finest, with no magic attached to it. None of these, well, we have, every person has their own little glass dome over their head, or yet another variation of the attempted bad explanation of the artistic technique perspective. Okay, I mean, really, nothing weird. I showed it to you on a bicycle wheel. Okay. Wolfie showed it to you on a telescope mount. I showed it to you on the globe that Jeranism didn't think was possible. Okay, just because Jeranism, and he blamed his globe, Jeranism deliberately asked up his test. It wasn't even his globe's fault.
No.
Okay, because his globe, the laser was going in a perfect circle. What he didn't want to admit to was the fact that he had his string way off to the left side.
And the laser wasn't pointed towards the string itself.
Well, here's the thing. It really wouldn't have mattered in that case, as long as if the laser was offset on the globe, right? And if it was offset by whatever amount, who cares how much? Okay, but as long as it was never touched while the globe was being rotated, it still would have made a circle on the ceiling, and you would have noticed all you have to do is angle it in a little bit. He didn't even show that whole thing. Okay, what he showed was just like about a quarter of the turn where it goes away from the string.
Yep.
Okay, and I'm sorry, you could see in that it was on its way to making a turn. Okay, so what he was doing there was making sure that you didn't see at least one full rotation. He showed you when he's turning the globe on the floor, but he didn't show you what the laser was doing up on the ceiling. Okay, and so that's just total bullshit. And gravity, well, hey, then Anthony, I look forward to your definition of how a siphon works.
I've been waiting for that for a long time, because I've actually posted siphons working in a vacuum.
Well, I saw that. I thought that was a cool test. I saw that.
Yeah, I mean, there's never been anybody who's come up with anything under why it works. Mm-hmm. Because there is no density gradient anymore, so there's no direction of travel. So what is forcing the siphon to work?
Now, I like the original guys who were answering my video when they were saying, well, it's because you suck on the tube. Hey, Anthony, tell your partner that sucking starts at perpetual motion. Dude. And by the fact that you can actually reverse the flow without having any interaction whatsoever with the fluid or the air or anything like that inside of it, it's gravity.
Just by raising the container.
Just by raising one container or the other, you can reverse the flow. Okay? There's no sucking, no pumping, no pushing, no pressurizing, nothing.
As long as you have no air in the connecting hose, a siphon will always work, whether you suck on it or not. If you submerge a hose in one of the containers,
if you have a fast enough flow, you can get bubbles to go through it. But that's beside the point.
But here's the thing to disprove the whole sucking thing.
Huh.
You submerge the hose long enough for it to fill completely with water.
Yep.
In one bucket.
Yep.
Cap off one end and transfer that end to the other bucket, and then raise or lower either one, and the siphon will go in either direction. Whichever one is higher, it'll flow away from.
As with the test that I posted, the what do you call it? Because I already have that on my thing. I did it with 2 water bottles and a clear pipe, and there is no other explanation for it. Okay, there's no density change. Okay, there's no pressures being applied, none. Okay, Anthony, go watch my video. Okay, and watch the second part too, because I know you're going to say something about suck starting it. Because, and I know that sounds like a derogatory way of saying that.
Did you do the submerged priming?
Actually, I had already done pre-priming, but I had showed at least 4 methods of priming in the second video. One of them was what do you call it? Submerged priming. That was with a fish tank. Another one was a way of hang priming it, or excuse me, capped priming, where you put you stuff the pipe down into a gas tank, and then you cap off the end of the pipe, and then you pull it back up. And then there's positive pressure priming, which is if you actually add pressure to the, should I say, the sending reservoir, it will actually push fluid up into the thing. And then of course the all classic suck start. And
something Anthony's very good at.
But it's just so, unless you have some other explanation, and yes, I am aware that actual physicists have a second hypothesis, a theory of how siphons work. It has to do with chaining, okay? But that is just a theory, which they have not yet been able to prove.
Then it's still a hypothesis.
Other than with what's the word of fluids I'm thinking of, Newtonian fluids, that like gel type things.
Yeah.
And what do you call it? That's the only thing. But the experiment does exist using that special oil that will not actually come to a boil in a vacuum. That you can have a siphon happen in a vacuum. Period. There is no other influences on it other than the liquid itself and gravity. Okay, I don't care if you don't like the bowling ball and the feather. I don't care if you don't like the hammer and the feather that was done on the moon. Okay, and I don't care if you don't really have a firm grasp on how the 0G airplane works. Okay,
all 24 seconds of its flight.
Yep. But you oh no, it's like it's actually like 20 minutes so they can get those long shots on the ISS.
Oh. So how high do they got to be to do a 20-minute free fall?
Well, you see, they've never told anybody, but they don't really have to go that high at all.
Oh, actually we can figure this out.
But,
give me a second while I pull up my calculators.
Okay. Yeah, here it is. Here's so like I said, if I sound a little bit snide, I have actually, when I started this out, I started it out really nice. I just came out with the bare bones facts, and I mean, that's all I was doing. I did not attach myself to the insulting and all that other stuff. I just didn't, because I saw it as non-conducive to a conversation. However, a year and 3/4 into this, yeah, all you hear is the insults from the other side. Nobody from the other side brings anything. Nobody. Okay, I don't care about your Skiba experiments. Okay, we all know, and I showed Skiba botched those experiments on purpose with his magnifying glass.
Oh, okay, I got the numbers.
What you got?
For a 20-minute free fall, the free fall distance is 7,060,788 meters.
Holy shit.
The speed,
that's like halfway to the moon, isn't it?
the speed that you will attain is 42,364.728 kilometers per hour by the time you hit the ground.
Wow. That's moving pretty damn fast.
That's moving pretty damn fast. So, yeah, unless that plane is going 7 million meters up in the air, it is not doing a 20-minute free fall.
No, it's not. Okay, here's another joke. You ready?
Okay.
You got to hold on to yourself for this one. It has to do with lunar eclipses.
Oh, no.
There is a brand new third body in the sky.
Oh, yes, Lilith.
Real? No, they had some other name and
well, it used to be Ra. It used to be Rahu.
Yeah, it was Ragu. Yeah, and then what do you call it? And then there was something else, but this one's called like Rila or some shit like that. And she was having a real hard time with it because it has apparently religious implications or something like that. Just maybe in name only. Lilith. And well, I don't know. I went over to a JC's channel. And all I had to see was I saw all I had to see at about the 2/3 of the way through the video. I only skimmed through it. I didn't watch it, but I saw the orbit of said other object. Okay, you show me one time where stars are supposed to be in the sky, and they are blocked by said object or redded out by said object.
Exactly.
Okay, because obviously it would actually have to be red. It wouldn't be black, and it wouldn't be a solid. It would be actually transparent or translucent to give us a red moon. Okay, so therefore, yeah, I'm sorry, it doesn't work. Okay, because there would be some point, even in maybe the night before the eclipse, that somebody would see a star somehow affected by this, whether it would be red or whether it would be missing. There would be people flipping out if they saw that stars were missing that were there last night. And now I'm not saying that the stars would be missing, but you wouldn't be able to see them because said third body, black object, would be in the sky blocking your view of it. That's just how that works. Unless you want to say it's like a bouncing Betty that pops out of the North Pole once every X amount of months, and just kind of pops up there, makes the sky dark, and then comes back down. Sorry, it doesn't work.
Now, to give you an idea about that, I'm just playing around with the free fall calculator now.
Okay.
For the parabolic flights, so they'll do a 24-second free fall.
Uh-huh.
Now keep in mind the free fall actually starts before they start angling down, because they're angling up at 2 Gs. And then when they hit the top of the parabola, you're actually in free fall, or you're actually weightless at that time because, your inertia is carrying you up, but the plane's trying to start dipping down.
Right.
But if it was to start off level and then do a free fall, it would have to fall 2,000 or almost 3 kilometers. It's 2,824 meters to do a 24-second fall from being level, which its falling speed at the time it would stop would be 847 kilometers per hour. So these planes are made to go just below Mach 1.
Right.
And Mach 1 is what? Almost 1,000 kilometers per hour?
Yeah, it's like 700 something miles.
See, I mean, it fits for a 24-second free fall where, your weightlessness starts before they even start to nose, or before they actually get to nose down.
Exactly. But it doesn't, it wouldn't fit for something longer than that. Otherwise, I mean, just even in common sense realm, because they wouldn't be able to get high enough to do that long of a drop. And if they were able to get high enough, then they wouldn't be able to achieve that kind of speed and survive.
Right.
Oh, Jesus. Let's see.
I like freeform calculators. They're fun.
No satellites in front of the moon. Yeah, whatever.
Well, let's switch to Imperial. 526 miles an hour is what is the speed it's going before it starts to nose back up.
Oh, okay. That's still kind of hustling.
Well, since these planes are made to travel at like 670.
Yeah, I was going to say, but I mean, that's still hustling. The moon is made to look like a sphere. Now let me joke on that for a second here. That is at the 53-minute mark. The moon this was Antonio excuse me. Well, they're both the same idiot. Anthony said that that the moon is made to look like a sphere. But here's the funny part. Way back towards let's see, at the 40-minute mark, or no, 42-minute 30, they were basically disclaiming that it looks like a sphere at all, saying the craters are all straight and all this other stuff. So which one is it, Anthony? Is it made to look like a sphere, or is it look like a sphere but not really? Because he said he imagines it as the bottom of a frying pan, kind of curved up at the edges and all this. How would you even be able to tell that? I mean, honestly,
it still runs into the problem of having an oval moon when you're not looking face on to it.
Exactly. Oh, and we're at the 1 hour and 1 minute mark. Well, actually, a little bit after that, he says, "We know." He was talking about the moon getting charged by the sun. You know, I mean, literally charged, as in like battery charger, charged by the sun. He says, "We know." These are his words. "We know the sun is positive and the moon is negative." Number one, if you said that. At one point, he said he's not even sure it exists. It could be a projection. Then he said it looks like he thinks it's like the bottom of a frying pan. He also agreed with Patricia when she said that what do you call it? It doesn't look like a ball at all because of the craters and the shadows and stuff like that. But yet he knows that the sun is positive and the moon is negative.
Right after he says that he doesn't know what the moon is.
Right. I mean, geez, you know, contradict much?
Well, going back to an old tried and true joke, remember the Earth is our mother, the sun is our father, and the moon is our cousin.
Okay.
You don't know? You've never watched that Matt Mortimer video?
No.
About spirit science? Oh my God, it's hilarious.
Okay. No, I missed that one.
Yeah, spirit science has decided to genderfy all of our celestial objects.
Oh, jeez.
The Earth is the mother, or the feminine.
Don't
sun is
tell
masculine,
hillbilly.
and the moon is our cousin. So cousin. The running joke: cousin is a gender.
Oh God. Check this out. At the 59-minute mark, when he was trying to sell this new third object in the sky and stuff like that, he says that astronomers and everybody knows all about it. This third object. Everybody knows all about it, but he's wondering why nobody ever talks about it. And then he says, because nobody ever knows about it, but a JC's about to show you.
Okay. To clear that up, in astronomy, the black moon, which is also titled Lilith in astrology, the black moon is literally the point between the Earth and the moon at apogee.
Okay.
It's an imaginary point.
Okay.
It's just for measuring. That's it. In astrology, it's called Lilith. It means the same thing, but they gave it a name.
Oh, jeez.
And that's so they can fit it into their horoscope crap.
Ah, like the moon moving into the house of blah 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 blah. Yeah.
Right.
Oh God.
It's literally a syzygy point.
And then he went into the harvest moon being 8 to 10 times bigger.
Well, let me see if I can find that picture. Oh, I gotta find
at the 1 hour and 2 mark, and that was when I had to put it away.
I believe it was Terman that made this picture, or he pointed me to it.
Oh, I gotta go to the damn hangout window here. Hold on, boom, like that. I will stop sharing.
I gotta figure out how to. Where did I save this? I know I saved it.
You didn't save it. You don't have any evidence.
Well, fine. I can show it in order. So I just save it. Nah. Now the question is, where the hell is it? It's a lot of pictures in this folder.
Oh, and by the way, after I went off on Anthony about the fact that he just he told me that he knew what I was talking about, but he didn't like the way that it was presented. And I said, well, then what's next? You know, you didn't like which color blue I used for the blue line that you keep bitching about? He was going
Now,
to start a hangout just prior to this. I don't know if he did or not.
yeah, he did.
He did?
And that's what they were saying in the chat. There we go.
Hold on a second here. Boom, and present to everyone.
And there we have it. There is Anthony's moon.
That's Anthony's moon.
That is Anthony's moon. That's on the small end of his scale. That's only 8 times larger.
Mm-hmm. But he said it's 8 to 10 times larger.
Right. So it's got the potential of being bigger than this.
I think he's got his times with his percent mixed up.
Oh, apparently Anthony just said that Soundly's pictures are all frauds.
Oh, of course he did. I saw the lead up to it.
Oh my God. When you can't fight against it, just say it's a fraud.
Of course. Has to be all wrong. Hold on.
So Hillo, is he now saying that it's all CGI now?
Hold on.
Yeah, he's saying it's a fraud.
He is actually saying it right now. He's saying that they used Google to I don't know the guy who's talking. It's not Anthony talking. But he says that they used Google to actually comprise images together to create Soundly's video images. He just said it, and they have DVR turned off, so I can't scroll back to it. I can't rewind it. Oh my God. That's funny. When's Red doing his trip? Oh, you're listening to it too, I guess.
Yeah. Oh. He's saying that the camera was using AI to show a curve.
Oh, wait. And Randy Rant. Hold on. Let me go ahead and put this in mine here real quick. Randy Rant just said, present to everyone. He just said right here, Anthony Riley, Soundly has a good friend who uses CAD. Maybe she must be talking about Kara, is competent enough to produce this stuff. Look at his video FFs that looked, well, dodgy. Randy Rant, oh my God. Just because CGI can be created doesn't mean it was. I was actually working on it myself. The same way a live stream from the helicopter of 9/11 showed Pinocchio's nose on the plane. What? He just said, "No, take your time. Let's make sure we get this right." Okay, well, I'm not, no.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I'm seeing the squeezing that he's doing there.
Oh my God. He did it in video.
Watch this. You do realize that he also took video footage, not just photo. Oops, photo, right? see if that gets zapped.
And not to mention, he actually live streamed it on my channel.
Hold on. Soundly, if your evidence, if fraud, you ain't concerning anybody but yourself. I don't understand what that meant. That's a Rileyism. Yes, Sly, thanks for pointing that out. Then apply it to your current demo of photo and apply it to your current demo of photo manipulation. What a putz. What a putz. Justin, the reason why it's quiet is because we're
actually watching Anthony's BS.
Yeah, we're listening to this bullshit that Anthony Riley's putting out.
Oh, you're presenting me, dude.
Oh, am I? Oh, man. Should be printed. How's that?
No, you're presenting you.
Yeah, I got mine up.
What's the stream saying here?
Mine says you're screen sharing and presenting to everyone.
I'm loading up the live feed, see what it's doing on that end.
Oh, okay. What's funny is he wrote it in
it's showing Anthony's.
Hillel Fender, I'm gonna have to give you points for that. We're all watching Anthony's thing. He wrote that comment to me in Anthony's chat.
Yeah.
Because he knew I wasn't watching my chat.
Oh, let me remind Anthony, he actually live streamed this on my channel.
I just said 2 points. Hello. I'm sorry, that was funny. Dang, it's better than liquid nitrogen to find the curve, though, right? What? Oh, what is he trying to say? That he? Oh man. Anthony right now is in a text argument with Dang Joss, saying that Dang Joss, well, basically trying to discredit his stuff. Y'all need to go over to Dang Joss's site and just look at the cool experiments that he did with refraction over the curve. Randy Rant says, Anthony, is it a coincidence that Soundly has a good buddy who works with CAD and so happened to make a model of this? I actually, like I said, I did actually start the other day to make a model of it. But then I saw Kara's new and improved version of it, and I was just like, well, hers looks just as good as mine, so. Oh, jeez. That's about the only point that he made that actually, you know, is at least a visual analysis. For anybody who's not watching over there, he said that the pylons do not look like they're part of the same image, and the contrast is pretty great. And the first time I saw it, I was like, well, is that really the way that is? But as soon as I saw the video, the actual video movement, I was like, wow, I guess that, yeah, that's just what it looks like. But oh Jesus. Rhetoric and discourse, why are they fake? Because they look fake? Oh jeez. No, Josh, man, your stuff's the shit, man. Especially, you know, my jaw dropped when I saw you do the original one with the yellow topped bottle over the whatever it was, a peanut can or something like that, or a you know, snap and bake can. But I'm sorry, when you did the butane thing and the multicolored shit with the red clay or whatever it was that you had wrapped around the bottle there, dude, that was the shit. I'm sorry, that was the shit. And what do you call it? But but all these other guys, they just claim that, oh no, you can't do it. Refraction doesn't work that way. Refraction is only good for making the sun disappear when it moves out of the distance, and but it disappears in such a way that it doesn't change in its size really. But it actually does by about 2 or 3 pixels. Are you fucking kidding me? I mean, the contradictions. That's why I was going back to that hairbrush thing, man. The contradictions. You can't have that many contradictions and still hold on to a claim.
Yeah, he's actively ignoring me now.
Oh, well, they're ignoring everybody there. and don't forget, Ranty Rant says that if you don't have Skype, you are a troll.
Right.
So remember that logic. So, Josh, while I got you on here, we're just kind of glancing over at their stupidity over here. What do you call it? Here's your next project, dude. Okay, I have no clue how you're gonna do it, but your butane experiment, right? You need to drop your target even lower. Do your butane experiment over a larger, longer surface. I don't know if it would damage a car hood, because what I'm thinking is the combination of the Superior Mirage, the undersided Superior Mirage, which brings everything up, and the inferior Mirage that would actually happen at the surface at a different angle would get you a raised Chicago. Because that would have to be how it comes out right side up.
Oh, now he's saying that there's a bird that's fake.
Fake bird, yeah, because we put birds and things to make them look more real.
Oh my God.
Hold on. Let's see where he's going with this. Yeah, but at the same time, Anthony also said that the cable coming from the long high tower should have been draping down to about the middle of the stretch of power line towers. Yes, a larger curved surface, but what could you use then? Because I mean, you already done it over the butane tank. That probably that's not big enough. But what do you have, like a wok? That would be a cool way. What's up, babe? Where did that picture come from? Oh, that's I guess that somebody's got a 3D set somewhere. Yeah, a wok, man. Yeah, but I don't want you to go out and buy one. It would have to be huge. Now everybody's in the chat writing wok. Fact, no motion. Yeah. Who wrote that up there? 666. Watch this. 667. Satan's neighbor. Oh, man. Or, oh, you know what? Josh? What about... No, because that wouldn't be curved. Never mind. I was going to say like a long cookie sheet.
I'm going to mute here for a minute, and hopefully this will work.
Well,
getting a call from Red.
Oh, are you? He's probably his spidey senses must have gone off that they were talking about Pontchartrain. Well, it depends on the wok, though, man. I'm talking about those big, industrial size jobbers. But
I'm going to hang up for a minute so I can talk to Red for a second.
All right, dude. I'm probably going to be cutting off of this, so we'll see you at a later date.
All right, later.
All right, bro. But all in all, let me just wind all this up by saying that Anthony's got more contradictions than I've ever known possible in any one person. I wrote to Patricia to see if she would ever consider having a non-flat earther on her show, to which she basically said no. She very politely said no. Don't get me wrong. She didn't go all flat earther on me and say, no, blah, 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 stupid baller or anything like that. Of course not. It's not her style, and I wouldn't expect that from her. But the invitation remains open, of course. If she would actually like to talk to somebody who is not just going to ridicule, but rather back my own words up. Now, if it sounds like I am crass to any particular individuals, like Riley or Hillbilly or Antonio, that's because they have actually deserved, or better put, they have actually earned that reaction from me. That is not who I am. That's not how I like to talk about things. Actually, a lot of people find me pretty boring when it comes to discussions of factual and scientific matters because of the fact that I don't get like that. I don't get all hot about it and stuff like that. But, there comes a point where, I'm only going to let you call me a liar so many times without backing it up. Okay? I have no reason to lie about this stuff because everything that I do can actually be checked, can actually be tested. Okay? And so it's just that I don't need to lie. Okay? I don't, because I'm not trying to see. Here's the beautiful part about being atheist. Okay, I'm not going to claim any kind of God's creation or anything like that. I don't have to make my world fit that. Okay, I don't have to make my world fit anything. That is the beauty of being atheist, is that I am open to all possibilities, which is why I even looked at a flat earth video in the first place. I'm open to all possibilities, and I've said this 1,000 times. The first time I did a test when it came to flat earth, I was nervous. I honestly was nervous. I said, "Oh my God, what's going to happen if I'm wrong and I've been lied to?" But at the same time, I'm like, "All right, well then I've been lied to," and then I move on from there. I have no problem whatsoever with the faithful. I have a problem with faithful who let their faith cloud their vision. Okay, when they try and use the Bible as a geography book. Okay, when only about 1/8 of the earth is in it. Excuse me, about 1/8 of the inhabited earth is in it. Okay, I have no problem with any of that. And if anybody wants to open up a structured debate with me and stuff like that, bring it on. And that's not me boasting. I'm just saying, bring it on. I want to have that talk. Okay. If you got questions, you got to be ready that sometimes the answers are not going to fit your narrative. Okay. I'm open to be wrong about things. I really am. But here's the thing. You got to show me I'm wrong. Okay. And I'm not going to sit here and say that, that offer up some kind of, oh, well, you got to show me credible evidence and not even accept credible evidence. Okay. Not even accept. See, I don't accept anything if I can't test it. Okay. And if it doesn't at least pass even if the limited amount of things that I can test, obviously I can't go to the moon and check out the footprint. Okay. But I can look at all the evidence that was brought. And if I see that was, if I don't see any of this crap that people keep on saying is, happening or whatever, then I don't listen to it. Okay. I mean, I listen to it once just to hear what they're saying, but if it doesn't match up to what's being brought up as evidence, then hey, it doesn't bother me. Okay, because if it won't affect my judgment. So if anybody wants to have a talk with me, if anybody wants to have a hangout with me, if anybody wants to have a debate with me, let me know. I'll have that talk. But if you want to just get on here and be belligerent, then I have no interest. I don't find that to be conducive in anything. I will have a regular talk with anybody. Now, Patricia has declined. Okay, I'm not blaming her for that, but Patricia has declined such an offer from me. Hey, believe what you want to, but if you're not going to get both sides of the story, then you can't exactly claim that you are in possession of the truth. Okay. I don't care very much about the creationist story. I really don't. It doesn't make any sense to me. And not to say that, like I don't get it or I don't get what's being said. Of course, I get what's being said. But that it doesn't match anything in our lives. Okay, it really doesn't. So, oh my God, now they're talking about bent. Yeah, okay. That's I'm not even gonna go there. I don't. Yep, exactly. Galileo said it the best. The Bible shows the way to go to heaven, not the way the heavens go. And people are allowed to bring the Bible to me if you want to, but only when your first words are to show exactly where it is in the Bible that North America, South America, and Australia are referenced. Then I'll talk about it being a book about the planet. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, that's going to be it for me. I didn't expect to go this long, but at the same time, yeah, I kind of did expect to go this long because I was actually going to go step by step through that interview, but it just became more fun just to talk about it. So don't come to me without proof. Don't come to me without evidence, and don't come to me without experimentation, because I don't listen to claims and theories, or excuse me, not theories. Just claims and random talk of nuh-uh, nuh-uh, nuh-uh. That's right, Rick. You go over and tell them that, man. Birds don't exist. That must be a fakery. Wait, what was I ignoring? Geo, I'm sorry. You need to show why Riley's wrong or you'll explode. All right, hold on a second here. But only for like about 5 minutes because I need to get off of here. Let me see here. Add Geo. baby. Oops. What the? Hold on a second. Oh, because it's one word. Dumbass. Where is there's no. Why is it not showing your stuff, Gio? Gio is not showing your shit, man. Am I misspelling it? What the hell? What the hell, man? Gil, schick mal einen Link an deine Channel. Link new window. Whoops. About send message. Boom. Paste. Send. Gil, schau mal in deine Nachrichten nach.
Hello.
Alicia.
So, yeah, you both have seen the hangout that Riley did, and yeah, there's some stuff that needs to be addressed immediately.
Okay.
So, unfortunately, Riley's hangout doesn't have a recording function, so I actually can't go back to the second that he was talking about the bridge, the highway that was crossing the lake.
Oh, where he said that they were doing a composite from all those, yeah?
Yes, and I can show clearly why he's wrong. Is it okay if I share my screen?
Na klar.
Okie dokie.
Warte mal. Stop sharing. Okay.
So, you should be able to see it.
Okay, und jetzt wird's jeder. Okay.
Oh, all right. So what he was basically showing was that one particular shed that was on the side of the highway was behind a certain sign as seen from the vantage point of the guy who took the photos.
Mm-hmm.
So what I did, I actually looked in Street View to check where all the signs were.
Mm-hmm.
And I found the blue sign right here.
Yeah.
Then the relevant 1.5 mile sign just like 100 meters or so further down the highway. Right here, 0.5 miles.
Okay.
And
we call those mile markers.
Yeah, whatever.
Okay.
What the fuck is this?
You are down in the bridge.
Ah, all right. And last but not least, the shed itself. And the shed is actually quite further up the highway, so that was quite interesting, and that was the main point why he didn't think that this could be possible, and that the shed should actually be closer to the shoreline. But what I did was I drew a line from the left side of the shed directly through the blue sign, just like it was in the photo that he was showing.
Okay.
And I extrapolated that to the shoreline to guess where approximately Soundly would have taken the shot from.
Right.
And if you can actually, and if you rewatch Riley's video and Soundly's photograph, you will see that approximately as seen from the vantage point of Soundly, the right side of the shed which is right there, is approximately on half the distance between the blue sign and the 0.5 mile sign as seen in the video, so approximately here. And if I extrapolate that line, I would end more or less here at the same position. Okay. Now, when we compare that to the position that Soundly took the video from, it's in this video description. It's about here. So the mistake I made is about, come on, it's about 8 meters.
Well, shit, so, I can write Soundly and have him tell us exactly where he is standing.
Yeah. So in contrast to what Riley is claiming, this scenario and the picture that Soundly was taking is pretty much spot on. There's nothing weird about it. Mm-hmm. Going further, Riley and his guest were talking about the 2 bumps in the highway. Mm-hmm. And his guest claimed that there were none. And
yeah, there are.
Basically.
Otherwise, boats can't get by.
Yeah, here's the first one.
Yep.
Obviously.
That's not a bump, man.
Yeah, obviously not. My man boobs are bigger. And here's the second one. So back here in the distance, I can get a little closer.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's a little bit further down there. Yeah, because there have to be places where ships or boats could go through.
Yes, you can actually see that it looks like the bridge. First of all, it's higher, obviously.
That one's higher than the last one.
Yeah. You could actually see in the footage that Soundly make that the second one was higher than the first one, and it looks like that the bridge is movable or something, so that even higher boats can pass.
Right. So they would have to be able to for like a lot of reasons.
So I did this more or less live to when Riley was talking about it, and yeah, it's not really hard to show why he's full of shit. Or in this case, his guest is full of shit. Going further, his guest claimed that that chromatic aberration is caused by photoshopping something in with it, which is complete bullshit.
Okay.
It's directly a result of using not professional equipment, because
you get that.
It's a result of lens effects. Basically, light with different wavelengths or different colors passes slightly differently through a lens.
Yep.
And this has to be designed out. And with these massive zoom lenses, for example, if he was using a P900, I have no idea which camera Soundly used. And then there's not really the space to pack much lenses that are needed to eliminate the chromatic aberration. You can still do that in the camera like this. You would need a bigger lens, practically, and that would make it ridiculously expensive.
Right.
So yeah, nothing really extraordinary in there. Yeah, that's basically everything I wanted to say.
Oh, well, hey, that was you were paying more attention to that than I was. I was just looking at it like, why the hell is you looking at birds? But no, that's yeah.
So yeah, he's
you're
full of
right.
shit.
There's not much else to say there.
No. So thanks for having me, I guess.
Oh yeah, nee, danke dir. Well, that's going to be in the video, and it's going to be stuck in here, so he can bitch about it all he wants.
Awesome. Yeah, it's quite weird that he doesn't want to have me in his hangout.
He doesn't want to have anybody who's not kissing his ass in his hangout.
Probably, yeah. And I'm definitely not doing that.
No, and well,
not so bad.
Pretty much none of us are doing it. But what do you call it? He except for Patricia, but Patricia, she says she doesn't do science. So, Gil, ich danke dir.
Kein Problem.
Wir reden uns ein andermal.
All right, see you then.
Ladies and gents, I'm out of here. I gotta go walk my dog. Y'all have a great evening, and what do you call it? Don't laugh too hard at Riley tonight. And we'll talk to y'all soon. Okay, later. Yeah, exactly, Rick. There are no birds on flat Earth. Remember that. Good night, y'all.